What is going on? I'm Zedmont. We are going to dive into a problem that a lot of people have been experiencing in Boom Beach since the update. Going to try to throw some clarity on that, but first and foremost, we're going to get code ZEDMOT into that shop. Now, I doubt any of you are having this problem. If you've been subscribed to this channel, you probably never fail on your PvP attacks. But in case you do, you're going to see this can't attack island owner is online, and you're going to be super frustrated like the dude in my thumbnail, and it's all because of a very, very simple feature. If you drop troops like Bullit and you throw on that 3x mode, the game doesn't know how to react. And there are some workarounds about this on Reddit, on Discord, in your task force perhaps. I'll give them a try in a minute, but first I wanted to shed some light on why this is happening, as we're going to use all of our GBE to fail this PvP attack. We have failed, we did no good, and our attack ends. And now if we go back in, first of all, we need to load some troops because you can't attack without troops. Probably for good reason. It would suck to lose your operation attack because you didn't have troops loaded. If we try and go back in now, it says the island owner is online. And we all know that the chances of that coincidence happening where Mohammed Mohsen logged in the second we started our attack are pretty darn slim. So what's happening is our attack on, let's see if Dr. Cox is ready for us yet. Yep, there we go. So if we log in and get our attack going, and we start using that 3x mode, our attack in real life is using, say, 90 seconds or 30 seconds. If we're using 30 seconds in real life on Boom Beach, it's actually taking 90 seconds of server time. So what's happening is you're trying to go back in, you're frustrated, you're full boosted, and you want to get that next upgrade happening, so you're clearing your map. And maybe you failed because you got a phone call or something happened that was out of your control or whatever the heck it might have been. But that 3x mode is causing nothing but grief for you because the server is still thinking, hey, they're attacking. So it's not that they're actually online. What's happening is the server thinks that that person is under attack, and there is no mode where if someone else is attacking that base, or even you're attacking that base in this case, the game says, nope, that person is online, because two people can't attack the base at the same time. So if we go back to Dr. Cox now, that base is something we can attack. If we go back over to that left-hand side where Mohammed Mohsen, we can attack there. So I've seen workarounds that people have put out. They say, like, if you go into here and you drop your troops and you get the 3x mode and you fail, let's just let all of our troops die as we use all of our GBE so that we don't have any GBE left and our attack's gonna end. Come on, lose all the troops. By the way, is it somewhat satisfying to just watch me get my ass handed to me? Probably. Let's get all of those troops loaded. And people saying, if you go into an operation and you scout a base, or if you jump into warships, and then come back out. So we're going to jump into warships and come back out. Unfortunately, if we go back in and try to attack, they're still listed as online. So there is no workaround for this, except for what those workarounds were trying to tell you to do was spend some time doing something else. Because what's happening in the background is my attack took, say, 38 seconds. We need to times that by 3. We get, what is that, 114 seconds or whatever the heck that is. And so just need to wait a little bit, because 30 seconds of elapsed time is actually 90 seconds of server time. I know that's ridiculous. I know that's stupid, but that's what's been done. And this message, for example, saying your opponent is online, that's also stupid. I am fully in your corner. This message should say something like attack still ongoing, or I don't know. Let's be honest. I'd rather have them developing new features than going back and trying, such as the base builder, by the way. The base builder, I have used it on 2 of my accounts. This account, it's still the same base over and over again. We're still getting all of those intel from Hammerman without having to change my base all that much. So I'm calling that a win For new players, though, I'm sure that base builder is fantastic. For the players who've been maxed out forever, I'd be very curious to hear how much you actually use that. You probably already have a base that you like. You probably have a Hammerman base that you load, and that's good enough for you. But again, that's just me making guesses. I would love to hear from you guys how much you're using that new feature, that base builder. Maybe you didn't even notice there is a base builder. It's not very obvious at all. You need to click in, you need to go into here, you need to click on Hammerman, then you need to go to edit. So I hope all of you already knew that was there. I assume many of you already understood that your opponents weren't really coming online. They were it was just something to do with the game mechanics. And by the way, if there's a friendly challenge and you jump in on a friendly challenge, same sort of thing happens. If you disconnect in the middle of the friendly challenge, that entire friendly challenge, you log in and it says you're under attack, which is, again, just frustrating, but not the biggest deal in my mind. But again, if you guys say, Zed, it's a big deal, this is frustrating, it's causing me grief, it's making me not want to play this stupid game, I will fight for you. Right now, generally, when it comes to me picking my battles, I try to go with things that I think will best benefit the community, and I don't think that them spending dev time to update that message is something that's going to help the community all that much. Anyways, we've spent enough time on that. I'll show you how I like to do strange attractors, also known as strange tractors. Oh, I loaded Everspark because what I typically do is I smoke in there and I hack the shock launcher, then I hack the rocket launcher, like just simple double hack. But look at this, don't have to do any of that today. So we're gonna hack that shock launcher, hoping that all of those cannons stay unshocked so they can actually get a couple shots off. The shock launcher looks like it's shocking directly on top of itself. No, that shock launcher on the left-hand side was being the hero in that case. Okay, a little bit of confusion there for me. We're gonna get rid of the rocket launcher and then we should be absolutely home free. But just to be super duper sure, we'll just wait for that time to clear out. And I loaded Everspark expecting her to die. Here comes the barrage so we can kill all those critters. But now that she's alive, I'm a little bit nervous about bringing her in because all she's gonna do is draw the ire of that critter launcher, which we don't want. And how often do you get to say draw the ire in real life? So we are gonna just bring all of our troops. We're gonna leave Everspark at the shore and we're gonna flare all the way back there, bringing all of our troops back. Should be fairly safe. Just need to get a little bit of extra fat coverage on those smokes because otherwise those lasers are going to do a bad thing to us. Won't dig into what they're going to do too much, but it's not going to be pretty. Anyways, 2 smokes there just to be super sure that all of our troops get underneath there. And then maybe we'll just go a teeny tiny bit towards the left and then 1 shock about there. All of our troops should be fairly safe. I think they're gonna target that laser and or that critter launcher first. We'll find out here in a second or two. Need 1 more shock and then just like that, we should be able to move the heck back. That critter launcher is making me very nervous. What happens with critter launchers is your troops will be sitting there targeting the core. They will not retarget onto the critters that get spat out. So we probably, okay, we are safe here. Should be able to just burn through that core. No concerns at all. There are no critters eating through our troops. Very easy solo. Good reinforcement, brain not working, that sometimes leaving the hero at home is a great option. For outworks, for example, people who go get those far back shields, don't bring a hero. It just makes your troops work less good, with one very important exception. Right now, oh man, the segues are just top notch right now. If you exclusively use brick on your attacks, like all you want to do is attack Callisto with brick, for example, there's a great way to deal with that. I'm going to show you right here, right now. And that, my friends, jump into that tribe, boost your Zooka speed up to 25%. We don't want to, like, generally speaking, 30% is the answer. And that gets your Zookas walking at the exact same speed as brick or as your heavies. And all of a sudden, these kind of attacks where you're just bringing your Zookas and brick get so much easier because you don't have two different speed of troops. Anytime you can do an attack and only have one speed of troops, things get so much easier. But just a reminder, if you're doing any kind of attack that involves Bullit, what's going to happen is Bullit is not going to be able to be shocked, and you're going to get frustrated because you can't do that Minotaur hit, or maybe you want to do that Chimera hit. But look at this, Zookas and Brick finally walking at the same speed. So they, I say that, but Brick didn't get dropped. So that is not super duper accurate. Now we have like 0 GBE left. I've been sitting here trying to get all of these things out here and forgot to drop Brick. So there's no battle orders coming. All of our troops are out there without Brick. I told you, you had a lot of fun watching me absolutely get my butt kicked. Well, forgot to drop Brick. So things not going quite as smoothly as I would have liked. Definitely have a case of the Mondays, but I was almost certain I dropped Brick there. I was so certain that she was in the middle of that pack just walking along with the rest of the ladies. One thing you need to be aware of though is that she will no longer get out front. She's not going to be able to clear mines for you. And so getting Brick into position for an operation attack, way easier. Doing PvP with Brick where she's actually going to clear those mines for you, not as useful. So with this Zooka tribe, sure there are some benefits, but not all that many. So we're going to get our troops walking. You'll notice that Brick and Zooka's walking essentially the same speed. Yes, it is harder to smoke them. Not so hard that you guys can't manage it. But don't have to worry about two troops walking two different speeds, which is fairly gosh darn useful. I know I'm zooming in and out a little bit too much here, trying to get my troops into that right spot back there. We are going to hit our button. Oh, there comes the battle orders. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping to do. Let's get that flare onto that final building as our troops. Zooka's dressed up as warriors for Halloween, perhaps? That's kind of what that looked like. Anyways, you get the basic idea. Brick, Zooka, speed boost. Some of you probably boosted it and regret it. If you haven't boosted it yet, do give that tribe careful consideration, because generally speaking, you get no value out of that. But if you're using heavy Zooka, or you're just using Brick, making them walk as one cohesive unit is kinda handy. Anyways, that is gonna be it from me. Hopefully that shed some light on that annoying player is online business, and also hopefully that helped you with the tribes. Anyways, that is gonna be it from me. Hopefully this video finds you well. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and click the bell and tell your aunt and your grandma. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in. Peace.